All right, Bible readers, it is time for another quick Bible study, and it comes from our reading today in Hosea 5 through 14. I hope you're keeping up with the Bible reading. If not, hey, I'm going to restart this at the beginning of January, so look for that. I'm going to bring in some new elements, such as accountability partners and some other things that will help encourage people to actually read God's words from front to back. So today, the statement is, where knowledge ends, religion begins. Let's jump into it. I only have one verse I'm going to share today. It comes from Hosea 6, verse 6. It says, "For I desired mercy and not sacrifice." This is Hosea talking on behalf of God. Hosea was a prophet of God. He says, "For I desired mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings." Hey, if you've ever read through the Old Testament, whew, it's a bloody book. They were always killing something and always these burnt offerings, and it just never ended. And here comes God speaking through Hosea, saying that he prefers knowledge of himself over burnt offerings. This is the God we serve. So mercy and not sacrifice, the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. But let's look at this verse. It's interesting. Hosea 6, verse 6. Well, first of all, Hosea is of Hebrew origin, as you would expect. Hosea was a Jew and means to be saved or delivered. That's what that name means. Then we have this aspect of mercy over sacrifice. So mercy is greater than sacrifice. And the knowledge of God is greater than burnt offerings. And there's 66 books in the Bible. And what's the Bible all about? It's all about God saving his people or delivering his people. So when people tell me that this book is just a translation, it was put together by men have corrupted it, and people don't know where God's words are today, I got to tell you, it makes me laugh a little bit. When you think about when this book was put together, I mean, I shouldn't have to say this, but no computers, no technology of any sort. This was all hand done. It was a super tedious process. And all I've done is simply point out something that jumped out to me immediately when I read it. I looked at Hosea. I knew that meant something. I couldn't remember. I researched it. And then, of course, 66 is obvious. 66 books in the Bible. Friend, you can hold God's word in your hand. It's in the form of a King James Bible. There's no errors in it. Hey, I get people telling me all the time there's errors. But nobody will sit down with me and compare scriptures again, compare versions against versions, because when they do, they always lose. Always. This is just one tiny thing, one little verse in this massive collection of 66 books. And it speaks to me. I hope it speaks to you. I'm glad you're here. Hey, if you've got some encouragement out of my channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so I can go live. Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but it means something to me, so help me out. Anyway, thanks for being here, and I hope that you have a great Bible read.